Hello and welcome to the Farmer's Kitchen. Hello, Mrs. Farmer.
Mr. Farmer, how are you?
I like your shirt, but you're underdressed.
Am I?
You know why?
Why?
Because I've got a tuxedo on.
You do?
This is a Canadian tuxedo.
Oh.
If you got a jean top on and jean bottoms,
Wow.
it's a Canadian tuxedo.
I didn't know that.
So I'm overdressed.
Very nice.
This is the third change we've had in today's dinner.
That's right.
You know, it's okay to change your mind. I was going to do 4 recipes, but I don't think we're going to have time.
No.
But we'll save that one for next time, don't you
That's
think?
right. It's delicious.
So tonight, we haven't had a dessert for a while.
We have not.
And Nicki's famous for her cakes. Here's a picture of one of her wedding cakes she did not too long ago. This is for Kelly, I think.
Well, it's Kelly's wedding. That's right.
You don't do those anymore.
I do not. I used to do that when the kids were little. No.
It takes too much time.
Right. Unless it's family and close friends, then that's
Exactly
their
right.
wedding present usually.
I lost like a pound, so I need to gain
Did
it
you?
back.
Okay.
So somebody challenged you the other day. In fact, it was somebody asking, a friend that asked you to do a
Right,
wedding
Lisa.
cake. And what'd she say?
Well, she said, well, actually, Lisa and Roddy's son, Robbie's getting married. And Laura, their daughter-in-law-to-be, said, can you make a pistachio wedding cake? And I'm like, what? Pistachio, which made me start thinking, though, pistachio cake, how neat. So I got creative.
You love pistachio
I do.
ice cream?
Pistachio ice cream's the best. So I got making this, and you're always so good at adding to it. So I had this pistachio cake, and you're like, how about some banana? So we're making a pistachio banana cake with the cream cheese
icing.
with pistachios on top.
Just you think about how healthy this cake is. It's got bananas, it's
Yeah.
got pistachios, it's got eggs.
Yeah.
It's got
cream.
It's got orange.
Oh, it's oranges in there. Yes.
Vitamin C.
Frosting.
There's no calories.
So this is very good for you.
We're gonna have a whole lot of fun today. But anyway, cooking is like a puzzle. You figure this is gonna take the longest, so let's get it started first.
Right.
So the pistachio banana cake with the cream
Yes.
cheese orange icing.
We have to make the cake first so that way it can set and cool so we can eat dinner and then put icing on top.
That's what I'm talking
How's
about.
that?
So
Underneath?
get started, Ms. Farmer. I'll be your assistant.
You can be my
know what?
assistant?
I kind of like this right here. Look here.
Yeah, you look really good. And I bet you run a mixer really well.
I bet I can.
Now that is my KitchenAid that I have had for almost 30 years. My mom bought me that. I used to do all my wedding cakes. Look what great shape
And you're
that's
only
in.
32.
And I'm 32. So I got that when I was 2.
All right.
But anyways, gotta have my handy dandy chopper, like always. Because to start off, I got pistachios, and it's easier to buy them like already. See how these are already shucked and stuff? And you can buy them. It's not that much. But I want to get these kind of chopped up fine to go in our cake.
And anything you put, you get some green coloration, some
Right.
natural green coloration
Right.
from the pistachios themselves.
Because I don't like to use food coloring, so this will green it up enough for us.
Every time we do a show, somebody asks where you can get a chopper, just look online.
That's right.
Look up pool chopper. They're everywhere.
Let me look. And you know what? There's still a couple little chunks, but I kind of like that.
Yeah, that'll work.
They're in the cake. All right.
All right, so how much was that?
I'm sorry, I have 1 cup of pistachios.
1 cup of
I did 1 cup.
pistachios.
Right. And I've already mixed my dry. I have 1 cup of flour. I have a teaspoon and a half of baking soda and a half a teaspoon of salt already in here.
Already mixed up.
That's our dry mixture. We're going to add our pistachios to this.
All right. All right, now before we get started, we might notice that there's some seafood over here.
I'm looking forward to that.
You know what? We took a trip not too long. We love the Keys.
Yes, we do.
We'll never leave Kentucky, but we sure will go to the Keys.
Yes.
Fishing down there is
You had fun.
awesome. Absolutely love it. So we ate seafood until it came out our ears.
Every day.
It's been a week, so it's time to have some more.
Yeah, it's time to have more seafood.
But we're going to do some great seafood recipes
Yeah.
here in just a little while. And it changed while we were at the store.
That's right. You get looking when you're shopping and you
I
change your
shouldn't
mind.
do that. All right, let's get your cake started.
All right, dry mixture set aside for now.
Gotcha.
Now you're going to be my mixer.
All right.
Helper. I'm going to take 1 stick of butter, and then I've let this sit out today, so it's room temperature. You want that.
Butter.
We always want to cream our butter, and we're going to add 3/4 a cup to sugar to this once we get this.
Hey, butter is better than margarine.
That's right. You're going to get that going fast if you want. Let's beat all that butter up. All right.
I'm
Turn it
trying
down.
to keep them slinging it.
All right, you're doing good. Now I have 3/4 of a cup of sugar here.
All right.
Go ahead and you can just get that mixed in there. I got 3 eggs. You just keep it going. I'm going to slowly add 1 egg at a time. Let them mix in. How's that?
Haven't slung anything yet.
You're doing good.
I got the soft touch over it.
Now I'm going to add, go ahead and turn it down a little bit if you want. I have a 1/4 cup of sour cream.
Sour cream, gotcha.
We're going to add that in there.
I can dig it.
Oops. Right on the side there. 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Gotcha.
But turn it down a little so we don't splash. All right. You know what? I almost forgot our banana.
Don't forget the nanner.
Can't forget our banana.
Hey, you know what? If you got a slightly aged banana starting to turn brown, don't throw it
A little bit
away.
better.
Banana bread or something like this. And that's what made me think when we made the experimental cake. And I said, man, some bananas would go good. And there they sat.
So delish. Go ahead and mix. I'm going to throw this in a little bit at a time. Mix up our banana for us.
Banana, do you smell that?
I do. Isn't that good?
It smells like ice cream.
You got to slow it down a little. I'm going to add a little bit of this at a time, and then we'll get it going fast at the end.
Those smells right there. Now you bring the salt in with that banana and vanilla. Oh my.
Now it looks pretty too. It's a nice, so you don't need food coloring. It's already green.
You know.
Once it gets going.
So it's getting kind of doughy.
That's right, but we're going to add, we also have some cream here.
Ah.
I have got half a
Heavy
cup
cream?
of cream, yeah.
No calories in this cake.
No. Doesn't it smell good?
It does.
The banana adds a lot.
It smells like ice cream.
Yes, it does. Let's mix that up nice and good. It's kind of got a cake texture now. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Look at
I
you.
feathered it back.
Look at you. Now I've already floured and greased. I always like to put a little Crisco in flour. I always did that when I did my wedding cakes. All right. We want every bit of this.
Talk about the kids.
You know what? When the kids were little, they always would sit on the floor because they knew that they could, waiting for it.
Look like little birds.
Yes, they like the dough, which I let them eat, even though people say it's bad. Nobody got sick with the eggs. They did that, and then they come back for the icing and just sit on the floor lined up in a row. And they get beaters, because you always had 2 beaters and a spatula, so everybody got some. Doesn't that look good?
Man, that smells so good. It makes me very happy because I know what's coming.
All right, and we are going to put this, I have an oven heating, our oven's 350, and we're going to give this 40 minutes, and it should be golden brown in 40 minutes.
350.
Put that in the oven. I like your ingredients.
You see where I'm going here?
I love all this, yes.
And but every 2 minutes I think, ooh, let's put some of this in here. But I'll tell you what let's do, Mrs. Farmer. Let's cut this about, a little less than half.
Alrighty.
And just dice that fairly small, if you will. Then we're gonna take 1 shallot.
All right.
I'm gonna melt some butter. So what we're gonna do is put our onions and shallots in.
And how many garlics do you need?
A couple cloves of garlic. You know, as we grow in our cooking skills, there's so many things to look at. There's so much information, so many shows, there's so much on the internet.
Right.
But the best thing you can do in it is explore on your own. Try something, try a recipe. Listen to other people, learn from your elders, learn from your grandparents. And after a while, once you start doing these things, you start to think, like we talked about last week and the week before, ooh, this goes with that. But if we try that over here, how would that be?
Let's add a banana. Speaking of that, I think my cake's done. Can I go ahead and pull it out? It's ready. I'm going to pull it out. We're going to let that cool.
And we made 3 different changes to that cake in the last little bit. You know what, Mrs. Farmer? I'm going to make a little spot here.
Some garlic.
For the garlic that you have pressed for me.
Ready?
2 cloves. Don't want to burn our garlic. Why?
It gets bitter.
It gets bitter. We don't like that. We don't like bitter. Any recipe that starts with this, and a lot of them do.
Onions.
Shallots, onions, and garlic. Let's just stop and have that for dinner.
I could eat that.
All right, where are we going here? All right, let's go ahead and drop these mushrooms rather quickly.
Sounds good.
I don't want them to get real done.
Love mushrooms.
But we love our mushrooms.
Don't miss any.
So at this point in Mrs. Farmer, I'm going to put just a little bit more olive oil in here. I'm going to go ahead and put just a little bit of white wine in here. Just a little bit. Now, I'm going to make me a little spot right here. Make me a little ball spot for my shrimp. I'm just going to put those in there. You don't only want these to get pink. You don't want to overdo your shrimp.
So these were not cooked. We're just throwing these in and cooking them.
These are not cooked.
Right.
These shrimp were really clean. We didn't even really need to devein them.
They were nice. Berry shrimp's always good in it.
We're just going to lightly cook them on each side till they get pink. See that turning
look
pink,
nice,
Mrs. Farmer?
Yeah.
Hand me a crab leg. All right, the crab leg. That first little joint right there, take it and pull it out. Look what happens when you pull it out. Pull that for me. A little bit of meat comes out with it.
Yeah.
But what happens, you see that? When you look at it in the light, when you pull that out, those little tendons pull that forward. So what happens, you snap it right in the middle, you pull it out, and you have a piece of meat.
You're good. Hey, now.
Ready to eat. We can't eat this because it's
That's
going
right,
in the
we
dish.
need
Same thing here. Pull that tendon out, and you got a little piece of meat right there. Now, when you get this joint right here, see that right there?
Yeah.
Pull that out. See what happens there? That, in turn, pulls that meat down this way.
So it's all nice and loose
So
for
you boom, boom, seed it, pop it,
Ta-da!
open it.
Hey, now.
Don't eat it.
Okay, don't eat it. I might have to try one here.
If you'll pull me some crab out and just start
I'll
cutting
do
it up into square chunks, just boom, boom, boom. All right, Nicki.
Yes.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start us some pasta. And if you will bring the crab meat,
I'll do it.
the crab meat that we didn't eat,
I know you ate most of it,
put
didn't
that
you?
in here. Lovely, beautiful, wonderful, fresh. I'm gonna take the remainder of my white wine, put in there. A little more than 1/4 cup of cream. Oh, where are we going here, Mrs.
Yum,
Farmer?
that smells so good.
Then we're gonna come back with some Parmesan. I'm gonna put, what's there, maybe 3 tablespoons there? 3.5?
Probably, at least, yeah.
A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper.
Yummy.
I looked for my cherry pepper.
Did you?
Couldn't find it.
What happened?
Now, first thing you think is the pepper bandit.
Right.
But I read in the paper,
Uh-oh.
the pepper bandit is out of control.
Really?
He actually hijacked a ship to India.
You are kidding me. A whole ship?
A whole ship.
Wow.
He took the whole ship. He found his way into India. He was looking for the
Okay.
cherry pepper princess. And it's a long story, and it got kind of convoluted, but he ended up having to buy an elephant
Really?
to go through the Telecherry Mountains where they have the Telecherry.
So he rode
pepper.
the elephant?
He rode the elephant.
Okay.
This time he had an accomplice.
Who?
The authorities aren't very clear.
Really? I know who I
All
think
Points
it is.
Bulletin. Anyway, came out with 140,000 metric tons
Wow.
of Telecherry pepper.
Wow.
Nobody knows where it went.
I wish he'd supply us.
Everybody's sad, but he does have an accomplice now, so keep your eye out.
Ooh, an accomplice.
Got my salt and pepper. What's left of our pepper?
Yes.
Some red pepper flakes.
You like your pepper flakes, don't you?
I do.
Little,
It brings
gives
a
it
little bit of heat in it.
Yeah.
And our fresh basil.
Yummy.
What do you want your flavor profile to be?
Wow.
I want that to stand out. Do you smell that?
I do. It smells amazing.
Does that add? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to do a couple capers, Mrs. Farmer, just for that little salt content in there. Makes it look pretty. Just a little bit of lemon. I'll put some more
Yummy.
too at the very end. I'm waiting on my fettuccine now.
Right?
But you see what's going to happen. That fettuccine is going to continue to cook in here. A little bit of dry oregano, because that's the way, I like it. Now, Ms. Farmer, if you'll put my fettuccine in here.
How much you want? You want all this or just a little bit?
Let's see where we're at here. Keep going.
All right.
So now, what we do is we'll toss that in here, Mrs. Farmer.
Wonderful. And then it picks up some
So
of
we
that
have
flavor.
our onions,
Yeah.
and our
Yummy.
garlic, and our mushrooms, and all that wonderful seafood that's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not cheesy enough for you,
Gotta have more cheese.
I'm gonna put a little mozzarella in here.
Oh, yummy.
You know why?
Because you love it. Because you
I
can.
love it. Because that's the way.
All right.
And Mrs. Farmer,
Yes.
if you'll get me a plate,
I will do it.
I'm about to plate this up.
All righty.
Mrs. Farmer, you go first.
Wow.
I'm going straight for shrimp.
All right. You know what? I need a little bit of noodle with shrimp.
Oh,
That is amazing.
oh, a big bite.
That's very good. I really like that. I can't wait to eat that. That's delicious.
And the great thing about it, when you put the noodles in there, oh, I just got a little bit of heat from the,
Yeah. That's really good.
the noodles absorb the cheese and the cream, and the wine sticks to the noodles.
Good job.
Isn't that wonderful?
It's really
It
good.
equally absorbs all that wonderfulness.
You did good.
Now, we should probably turn the cameras off for just a minute and eat this. This is not the kind of cooking show where somebody cooks something and they throw it in the trash.
Right. We like to eat it.
We're cooking dinner.
Yes.
This is for real. It's our kitchen, and we're going to eat that.
Yay.
You can't stop us. We're out of control. We'll be right back. Now, sometimes in the winter, sometimes in the spring, sometimes in the summer, sometimes in the fall, we go to the Keys.
That's right.
What happens when we go to the Keys?
We have fun.
We love the Keys because if you cannot fish in the Keys, you should not go fishing.
That's right.
And we have really figured out some systems that work out
You're
there.
good at that.
This time we were down here just a few weeks ago. The wind was up so much we couldn't go
Right.
out, so I fished right off the dock and caught all kinds
You
of
caught
snapper.
your limit every day.
Looked just like that. Of course, we ate all of it down
That's
there.
right.
This is a very simple recipe.
It's amazingly good though.
One time, years ago, I took to Maria Bella. She was down in Radcliffe.
Remember that?
Had a Greek restaurant. Great, great cook. Great chef. What is a really simple recipe, and how can you cook that and make something wonderful quickly? And she even looked at the fish. She was talking about how beautiful the fish
Yeah.
is. And she would give talks to kids in school. And this is her recipe. Now our oil is getting there. Very simple recipe. You take your fish, in this case, snapper, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And I'm gonna dredge that just lightly in flour. I tell you, let's get ahead of the game, Mrs. Farmer. If
Okay.
you take that and just pull the leaves off
I'll do it.
of our fresh rosemary.
This stuff grows really well. It's the easiest one to grow, I think.
That's probably the most hardy of any.
Yeah. If I forget to water it, it goes.
You can do this with any firm flesh fish. It really works well for striper. But we just got back from the Keys.
Gotta have snapper.
Talked to my friend Barry, the boys. We got some fresh stuff. Our oil is ready.
You caught your limit every day, didn't you? There?
Yes.
You did really
What
well.
I was catching down there was mangrove snapper. Here's a picture of a mangrove snapper.
They about broke your line.
Now, they can get up to 4, 5, 6 pounds. When they get a little bigger, they almost look like a bass.
Yeah.
But they do have those teeth. You do
Oh,
not
yeah, I
want to
remember
lip
that.
a mangrove snapper.
You were fighting those. They were pulling hard.
Occasionally, one would get on and just take off.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do anything with it.
You
Because
had
I was
fun.
using light gear. Off the pier, right behind
Yeah.
the house. Absolutely wonderful. Now, we're just going to brown this. Medium hot skillet. You can see, if you look at the end of this, you can see, it's almost like you're cooking a piece of tuna. Watch around the edges. This is not a real thick piece of fish, but watch the center. It'll be kind of pink. And watch that cook. By the time that you get that ring around the middle, by the time that you turn it over, it cooks through both sides.
Yeah.
And you're good, but you don't want to overdo it. Now you want this to be beautiful and brown. Like that.
Looks lovely.
You could actually do this with a largemouth bass. Now a lot of people say, oh, you can't eat largemouth bass. Yes, you can.
They taste pretty good.
Around keeper size. If you happen to accidentally catch one in the gills and he doesn't make it, he doesn't.
Yeah, you gotta eat them.
What do you gotta do? You
gotta eat 'em.
Most of the time when we fish,
It's for food.
it's for food. All right, now we're gonna let that set.
It looks beautiful.
And now, Mrs. Farmer,
Your
we're
rosemary.
gonna come back with our rosemary.
Oh, it smells good when that cooks.
Doesn't that smell
Yeah.
wonderful? And we're gonna come back with the splatter. You might wanna stand back just a little bit, Mrs. Farmer.
All right, I will.
You smell that.
I like it.
And then I'm just going to kind of reduce this down. When that reduces down, I have just enough to pour off on that fish.
Delish.
Beautiful. Wonderful. All right, Mrs. Farmer.
That looks really good.
This
Smells
is
delicious.
This is in celebration of one of the first shows we did. This goes way back to about 2000, I want to say 2006 or 7. Now, look, first of all, look at that in the middle. Now, you notice the short amount of time we cooked it, but look at that in the
Oh,
middle.
wow.
Look how white and flaky that is.
And crunchy on top.
Crunchy on top, that's beautifully cooked.
That's a great way to make fish. That was quick. I'm eating all the edges. The corners are the
The
best.
red wine vinegar that's reduced down with the olive oil
Wow.
and the rosemary.
Excellent. Excellent. That is yum, Papa. That's yum, Papa.
All right, because I'm sure our friends and family out there do not want to see us chewing and
That's
eating all
right.
this. We're going to eat this with the cameras off.
It's just little. We can eat it quick.
We're going to eat it quick. Then we're going to come back with some cake.
We need to
Mrs.
finish up
Farmer.
a dessert. We need some icing for our cake.
Ooh, all right, let's eat. I like my armrest.
I like your armrest. You need that up here every time. Looks comfy.
Look how casual I am in
You
my
do look casual.
Canadian tuxedo.
Like Sears catalog or something. I like it.
Now we're going to take it one step further and just use a basic cream cheese recipe.
And that was your idea too.
Yeah, you know, we did a kind of a glaze on top,
Yeah.
which was okay. But I think because that is a little bit of salty and just a little bit sweet, we need to pump up the sweet on the top.
We're
and
going
I
to add
love-
some interesting things to it.
Yeah.
So we're going to start. You're going to be my mixer again.
Okay.
I have got half a stick of softened butter in there already.
You know, I'm kind of expensive per hour
Are you?
here.
Well, just send me your bill.
All right.
I'll get you. Just go ahead and you can mix that up.
So good, get the butter
go ahead and
going?
get that
How much
going.
butter's in here?
There's half a stick of butter.
Half a stick of butter.
And then we're going to do half a stick of cream, half a container of cream cheese, which is
4 ounces?
Yeah. Let's mix that together.
Look at my mixing abilities.
You are amazing.
Watch me go.
All right, if you want to stop for a second,
Right?
we're going to add something different. You know, a little bit.
Orange zest?
Yeah, we're going to do some orange zest in there.
I like where you're going.
Yeah.
Now, these are, I'm not on the soapbox, but these are organic oranges.
Yeah.
Meaning that they have not been sprayed with poison.
Right, because we're going to be eating all this off the top. Don't got a whole lot, but just give it a little bit of flavor, because then we're going to put some, maybe a little bit of orange, a little bit of that juice in there too.
Now, normally in any cream cheese icing, which I absolutely adore, you would put some vanilla.
Yeah.
But instead of that, you're going to use a little orange
Orange juice, yeah. Go ahead
I
and
like,
mix it.
I like where you're going.
I'm going to slowly add a little bit of powdered sugar and hope we don't make a mess here. We got about 2 cups of sugar here. We're going to try to get in.
Be careful,
slowly.
I look like Al Pacino in
Yeah, you will.
Scarface.
We're not making a mess.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Oh, I love cream cheese icing. I think it's really going to go. You know, I can smell it. I'm going to turn it down a little bit.
Smell the orange in there?
Starting to sling it.
Yeah.
I can taste it.
We're going to put a little orange juice in there. What do you think?
I think it'd be perfect. I'll back off here for a minute. Normally you put some vanilla in, but...
Just gotta squeeze a little juice. All right, see what that does. We're just going to
That
eyeball it
loosened
here.
That helped it out.
Yeah.
It's getting your little orange color.
Oh, it smells good, doesn't it?
Oh. Oh,
Hit that
look
real
at
hard. Let's
that.
whip it hard for a little bit.
Woo, watch it
All right,
go.
that's good. All right, what do you think about smashing up a few?
I don't think it'll hurt. A little crunch
bit,
and a
and
little
we'll
salt.
put a little on top. So I have made.
Back to your
I
chopper.
have about a half a cup here. I'm gonna chop these back up with one of the chopper. Maybe leave these a little thicker because this is the icing. These aren't. What do you think? I'm gonna put a little bit in here. And maybe save a little bit for the top too.
Just let it get kind of crunchy, salty. I wonder if that will impart this. Now this is an experiment. Is it going to impart any of that green coloring in there?
I don't know. You know what? What do you think? Should we put it all in?
It's up to you.
I think we should. Maybe put a couple on top. I said let's put it all in there. That looks good. Let's taste it. I gotta see what we think.
All right.
Do a little taste test. Oh, I like that.
It's good.
All right.
Oh, it's really good. Think how healthy this is. Mm-hmm. It's got nuts and oranges.
All right.
Bananas.
And we've let this sit for a little bit. We pulled that out, and it's probably cooled. That's been sitting around almost an hour.
Oh my, Nicki.
You like it? Ooh, with pistachios.
That's special. I like the color. I like the consistency. Oh, you go first,
All right.
because my bite's going to be huge.
All right. I'll take a piece from the back.
That's just a little baby bite. I'm going to use a spoon because I want a big old honking piece.
I like it.
it.
You like it? You just want me to give you this? They don't realize that you can eat this whole cake like in 5 minutes if I walked out of the room. You want a challenge? You could do it. I don't think they realize what you can do with dessert.
Oh, that's good.
That is really
That's
good.
Probably one of the best cakes I've ever had.
You like it? Better
You
than
know
apple?
what?
You like the apple though.
You know
too.
what I just thought of?
What?
A little voice in my head told me, while we were in the Keys, minding our own business, we always think
Right.
we're incognito, but every
Eating
time we
oysters.
eating oysters, somebody came up and pecked me on the shoulder. We love your show. And people think that bothers it.
His wife was all worried about it. They
I
were
thought
so
it was
nice.
wonderful.
They were so nice.
If you watch our show, you're our friend.
Right.
So they came up and we went over there and talked to them, took our
Yeah.
pictures with them. Nicest people, and we're from Indiana.
They were having fun in the Keys.
So hello to our friends in Indiana.
That's right.
They had fun in the Keys. We had fun in the Keys. We saw another group of folks down there too that
Yeah.
we do. I'm going to have to talk to some of my friends on Facebook and ask them what I got to do about eating all this cake.
That's right.
But it's so hard to get on Facebook. How do you
It's
do
really
that?
hard. You hit like.
Hit like.
Right.
We want you to be our Facebook
Hold
friend.
cake while you're hitting like.
Now, Mrs. Farmer, we have a lot of recipes out there.
We do.
We also have a lot of how-tos, how to make sausage, how to make
Right.
bologna, how to smoke things, how to build a smokehouse. We got music, we got everything in the world. But if you wanted to see these, where would you go?
TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com.
They have a YouTube page over there.
That's
In
right.
order to subscribe and see what's coming next, boom, hit the red button.
Exactly.
We're getting close to 100,000.
Woo.
But our time is up.
You're hungry.
This cake's time is up. It's over for
gotta eat it all.
buddy.
Okay.
It's all about
Good times.
good friends.
And eat slowly.
And
Good
we'll
eats.
see you next week with a brand new Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. And I'm going to
Go
kill
slow.
that cake.
All right, go ahead.
I tell you, you're right.
To order a cookbook, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com.